Kev here from the TikiNation.com, and in this lesson, I'm going to give you kind of the Reader's Digest version of how to play Paperback Writer by the Beatles. Great tune. It was released as a single, and it was never on any of the regular Beatle albums, but it was on a couple of compilations. So you can find this song on the Beatles' 1962 to 1968 Red Album compilation. So let's do it. It's a great little tune, and it only uses 2 chords. And then, of course, it's got the trick lick, which I'm going to show you how to do for low and high G ukulele. Let's get this party started. Making a G chord, your strum is going to be like this. So I'm going to add some words in there so you can kind of see how the verse goes with that strum and the words in place. Dear sir or madam, will you read my book? Took me years to write. Will you take a look? It's based on a novel by a man named Lear, and I need a job, so I want to be a paperback writer. Paperback writer. All 4 of the verses copy that same exact pattern. All right, let's break down the strum. Making a G chord up top, you're going to first just glance off the top strings with your thumb. And we're going to use the thumb airplane technique where the plane takes off from the runway. So you don't hit the end of the runway here. Your thumb is the plane. Then we're going to go down. And when we strum down, we're going to use our 3-nail brush, right? We're going to use the index, middle, and ring nail. We're going to curl our fingers so they all line up. And we kind of rake down. So we got brush up, airplane taking off, and then from the C string down, that's our first part of the strum. The second part, we do the same airplane taking off, and then we do a flick up, flick down, and a flick up. And I use that same downward, 3 fingers from the C string down. And when I do my flick, as soon as my finger touches the string, I flick it, turn my wrist, and then I just roll my fingers back down. And then I roll them back up for the flick. So we've got this. Thumb, down, thumb, flick up, flick down, up. Or thumb, down, hootenanny. Thumb, down, hootenanny. Thumb, down, thumb, flick up, down, up. That's the strum. So it goes on G for quite a while, and then it just switches to the C chord. And then we have 2 single strums. When it hits the C, it goes paperback writer, paperback writer. And then it either does the lick or it does the harmonies after that, depending on where we are in the song. So let's take a look at that. I'll play through the verse again, and you can try to do the strum along with me. Years to write, will you take a look? It's based on a novel by a man named Lear, and I need a job, so I wanna be a paperback. And on the word writer, thumb strum, paperback, G chord, thumb strum. Voila, that's it for the strum. Next, let's learn the cool intro lick, and I'm going to teach it to you on low G and high G. Let's rock and roll. I'm going to be playing the intro first using my instrument strung with a low G. You may have an instrument that's a high G, and I'm going to show you how to play it for high G and for low G. All right, let's break that thing down. It's fun. Here's my low G string. And here's how the lick looks. Hey, don't panic. I'm going to show you how to do it. And you high G players, practice along, because this is a good technique. It's a good skill builder for you as well. And right after we're done with this, I'm going to do it for high G people, and you low G people can practice along with that, so you'll be able to do both of them. Yes, you're going to get good. All right, let's break it down. I'm making a G chord. I'm going to start by hitting this open note. Then I'm going to reach my pinky over, and I'm going to hammer on, meaning I'm going to play the string, and then I'm going to put my pinky down on it. Don't worry if you can't reach your pinky. I'm going to show you an alternate way in a second. So you do this. Then you're going to hit the next string over. You've got a G chord up here. Then you're going to hit the second string. Then you're going to go back to the third string. So let's try that much. Open hammer, third string, second string, third string. Then we're going to go to first position, and we're going to play this note. Then you're going to put your middle finger on the D note. And then you're going to play the open C string once, and then you're going to pluck it again and do a really quick hammer down on the second fret. And then you're going to play that index finger again. So we've got this. So I'm going to tell you one more time. Start with the G chord. And you're going to go open, 4. Then you're going to go to the next string. Going back to the third string. Then you're going to make this shape. One finger here and one finger here. And you're going to do second string, third string. And then you're going to lift up your finger, play the open C. And then hit it again and quickly hammer down. All right, before I show you the right hand technique there, I'm going to show you a cheater way to do it if you feel that you can't get enough power to do that part. So let's look at that. There's more than one way to play a G, as we say. So normally a G would be played like this. But I can do a G by barring across strings 1, 2, and 3 on the second fret and putting my middle finger on the G note. It's the same exact chord, right? G and G. There's no difference. The only difference is I'm using this finger to bar all the way across, and then I'm adding the G note. So if you do that, then your hammer can be done with your ring finger, and it's a little bit easier. And then you can go here. So that's a little bit easier technique for a lot of people. Awesome. Let's take a look at the right hand now. So what I'm doing is I'm using my thumb. And then I'm going. So I'm using mostly the thumb there. That's low G. Next, we're going to move on, and I'm going to do it using high G for you high G people. Here I have my trusty high G ukulele. My dog has fleas. Now, the disadvantage of having a high G sometimes is you don't have the lower bass notes. Also, a high G ukuleles are tuned in what we call reentrant tuning. So they're tuned like a banjo. They have a high string and then a low string. So if I tried to play like we would play it on a low G, it would sound like this. Doesn't cut the mustard, as we say. Let me show you how to play it on the high G so it does sound right. Because we don't have the low note, we're going to have to rearrange that lick so it's in a higher register so it fits on the ukulele. So I'm going to rearrange that up to the 7th fret like this. I know it's higher up on the neck, but you paid for the whole thing, so use the whole thing. Let's break it down. So I switched ukuleles so we have the dot markers visible for you. It makes it a little easier. So I'm actually playing my low G, but I'm going to play the high G version on it. And you low G players, you can play both versions. So here's how we do it. We're going to bar across the 7th fret. So look for your position markers. They're either on the side, your position dots, and these are reference markers, right? They're either on the side or the top. They're usually on 5, 7, 10, and 12 on a uk. So I'm going up to the 7th fret, and I have double dots on my 7th fret. So I'm going to bar the 2 middle strings, and that's what I'm going to play first, the 3rd and the 2nd string. Now, here you want to use your pinky, and you want to put your pinky down on the 10th fret. So you've got 2 fingers there. And then you're going to drop the pinky down and cover the 1st and 2nd string and go. So we've got that. 7, 7. Drop your pinky on the 10th fret. 10, 10. And then you're going to come back and hit the 2nd string one more time on the 10th fret. So we've got this. 7, 7, drop your pinky on 10, 10, 10, 10. And then we're gonna change position. And we're gonna move up, we're gonna bar the 8th fret. We're gonna play the 1st string, and we're gonna play the 2nd string once, and then a second time we're gonna do a quick pluck on the 8th fret, and then we're gonna hammer to the 10th fret. And we're going to continue through to the 1st string. So I've got this. 7th fret, 7, 7. Pinky covers the 10th fret, 10, 10, 10. Move up to the 8th fret. 1st string, 8. 2nd string, 8. And then I hit 8 with a quick hammer on to 10. And then I hit the 1st string again. So we got this. And that is basically how you do it. I'm going to play the low G and the high G one after another so you can kind of see the difference. Because you can play them both on the low G uk. If you have a high G, you can only play the one that's in the higher register. That's basically it. That's the whole song, every part of the song that you need to play the song from start to finish. The little lead part comes in. It does that twice in the beginning, and then it goes through the verses, and then after verse 2, it has a thing that says it says no chord there, and that's where they do the harmonies, and that's where George Martin added all that extra stuff in when they go paperback writer, 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 and then after that harmony is sung, you do that 2 times, and then it goes through verse 3 and 4, and then after the 4th verse, it does that same exact George Martin a cappella, no chord, paperback writer, 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 and it goes right into that strumming pattern. Just on the G chord, it ends it all on G. And that is the entire song. Your mission, if you should choose to accept it, is to call up Paperback Writer by the Beatles from the 1962 to 1968 Beatles Red album, or call it up on YouTube and play along with it and practice your strum. When you get more confident in your, do that. Paperback writer, paperback writer. Yeah. Kev from theTikiNation.com. See you in the next one. Because done is better than perfect.